Some dunks shake the rim, some make legends out of players, and some leave fans speechless. Today we're counting down the absolute best. Let's get straight into it. Vince Carter's 2000 dunk contest. Vince Carter's 2000 slam dunk contest performance is still the greatest of all time. From the moment he took off for his first dunk, a thunderous 360-degree windmill, the contest was over. But then he took it a step further. His elbow in the rim dunk left the crowd in disbelief. Carter dunked so hard that he left his arm hanging inside the rim, something no one has ever seen before. And just when it seemed like he had done it all, he finished with a between-the-legs dunk off a Tracy McGrady lob. Carter didn't just win, he reinvented dunking. The power, the creativity, and the swagger made this the most dominant dunk contest performance in NBA history. To this day, no one has matched the electricity that Carter brought to that night. Every dunk was flawless, and every moment was unforgettable. Michael Jordan's 1988 free. No dunk symbolizes greatness like Michael Jordan's 1988 free throw line slam. Competing against Dominique Wilkins in a legendary dunk contest, Jordan needed something special. With the crowd holding its breath, he sprinted, leaped from the free throw line, stretched out midair, and threw it down. The slow motion replays made it look like he was flying. The judges immediately gave him a perfect 50 and Jordan was crowned the champion. That dunk didn't just win a contest, it became one of the most iconic images in sports history. It inspired the Jumpman logo and became a signature moment of Jordan's career. Even decades later, no dunk is more instantly recognizable than MJ soaring through the air, proving why he's the greatest. Aaron Gordon vs. Zach LaVine, 2016. The 2016 dunk contest wasn't just a competition, it was an all-time classic. Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine took dunking to a level never seen before. Gordon's first jaw dropper came when he jumped over the Magic mascot, grabbed the ball midair, brought it under both legs, and slammed it home. It was so creative that even NBA legends were left speechless. But LaVine wasn't backing down. He responded with a dunk that seemed impossible, taking off from the free throw line and putting the ball between his legs in midair. The contest kept going, dunk after dunk, round after round. Gordon sitting in the air dunk where he appeared to hover before finishing remains one of the most mind-blowing dunks ever. But LaVine's ability to mix power and grace from insane distances gave him the slight edge, winning the contest. Fans still debate who truly deserved the trophy, but one thing is certain, no dunk contest has ever been this good. Blake Griffin. Sometimes dunking is about making a statement. In 2011, Blake Griffin turned a dunk contest into a full-on spectacle. A Kia sedan was parked under the hoop, and as a choir sang in the background, Griffin took off, leaped over the car's hood, and threw down a vicious two-handed slam. The crowd lost its mind. The dunk wasn't the most technically difficult, but the moment was pure showtime. The slow motion replay, the setup, the execution, it all felt like a Hollywood production. While some argue that jumping over the hood isn't as challenging as it looked, there's no denying that this was one of the most unforgettable dunk contest moments ever. It was the perfect mix of power, precision, and pure entertainment. Spud Webb. At just 5'7" inches, Spud Webb wasn't supposed to be able to dunk, let alone win the 1986 slam dunk contest. But what he did that night changed everything. With a ridiculous vertical leap, he threw down windmills, reverses, and even a perfect 360-degree slam. His final dunk, a two-handed reverse jam, secured the upset victory over Dominique Wilkins, one of the best dunkers of all time. The crowd couldn't believe what they were seeing. No one had ever seen someone so small dunk with so much power. Webb's win proved that dunking isn't just about height, it's about skill, creativity, and raw athleticism. His victory remains one of the greatest underdog stories in sports history. DeAndre Jordan destroys Brandon Knight. Not all insane dunks happen in contests. Some happen in live games, where defenders become victims. In 2013, DeAndre Jordan delivered one of the most vicious in-game dunks ever. Chris Paul lobbed a pass towards the rim, and Jordan, all 6'11" inches of him, exploded off the ground. Brandon Knight, a much smaller guard, made the mistake of trying to contest it. Bad idea. Jordan caught the lob, cocked it back, and dunked with such force that Knight was sent crashing to the floor. The Clippers bench erupted. The entire arena lost its mind. The dunk instantly became a viral moment, with memes flooding the internet. The sheer power and the unfortunate fate of Knight made this one of the most devastating poster dunks in NBA history. LeBron James' fast break tomahawk. Few players in the NBA have a signature dunk quite like LeBron James. Whether with the Miami Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers, or Los Angeles Lakers, his one-handed tomahawk slam on a fast break is pure dominance. When LeBron gets a steal and has a clear lane, the entire crowd stands up in anticipation. Then, in one explosive motion, he takes off, pulls the ball back behind his head, and throws it down with unstoppable force. The combination of power, speed, and grace makes it one of the most electrifying sights in basketball. Opponents rarely even try to contest it because they know there's no stopping it. It's the kind of dunk that makes you feel the impact just by watching. JaVale McGee's two-ball dunks. In 2011, JaVale McGee pulled off one of the most underrated dunks in contest history. He didn't just dunk one ball, he dunked two at the same time, into two different hoops. The condition, reach, and timing required to pull it off were unreal. While Blake Griffin's car dunk stole the headlines that year, many believe McGee was robbed of the trophy. The dunk itself was a perfect display of creativity and raw athleticism. It wasn't flashy, but it was something never seen before. Even today, it remains one of the most technically impressive dunks ever performed. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal didn't just dunk, he demolished rims. In the early years of his career, Shaq was so powerful that he literally broke backboards multiple times. His most famous backboard-shattering moment came in 1993, when he dunked so hard the entire basket collapsed. The force was so overwhelming that the NBA had to reinforce rims and backboards to prevent it from happening again. No one in history dunked with more brute strength than Shaq. He wasn't just dunking, he was destroying everything in his path. Dominique Wilkins. If there was ever a player who embodied pure dunking power, it was Dominique Wilkins. Known as the human highlight film, Wilkins delivered some of the most ferocious slams the NBA has ever seen. His signature windmill dunk wasn't just about flair, it was an explosion of raw strength and athleticism. He didn't just dunk the ball, he punished the rim. His most famous dunk contest battles came against Michael Jordan in 1985 and 1988, where both players pushed the limits of dunking. Wilkins' best moment came in the 1985 contest when he unleashed a thunderous two-handed windmill that sent shockwaves through the crowd. The way he combined grace and sheer force made him one of the most dominant dunkers in history. Whether in a contest or in a game, when Wilkins took off, defenders knew they were in trouble. His dunk legacy is still felt today. There you have it, the most insane dunks in NBA history. From Vince Carter's legendary 2000 performance to Shaq's rim-shattering slams. These are the moments that define basketball greatness. Which dunk do you think is the most insane? Let us know in the comments. And if you love high-flying action, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an epic NBA moment. Thanks for watching.